Are you struggling with trying to figure out how you can alter your cold audiences so that you can get in front of the right people with your products and services? In this training, we're going to discuss how to build better targeted cold audiences in order to increase conversions on our ads for our products and services. You ready to learn? Let's dive on in. My name is Kelly Sturdivant. I am a Facebook ad strategist, and I help business owners learn how to scale and convert their existing products and services with the use of Facebook ads. As we get started, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you stay up to date with all things Facebook ads. Be sure to give this video a like and let us know in the comments, are you running ads currently for your business? There are 3 different types of audiences we can create in order to drive traffic to. The first one being our warm audiences. So these are people who have already touched our business in some way and have begun that know, like, and trust factor with us already. These can be comprised of people who have joined our email list, have viewed any of our websites and any pages on our website. They have engaged with our Facebook pages or Instagram page, or maybe they have even viewed even just a small portion of any of our video content. These audiences are more likely to convert when we drive traffic to them for our products and services. So ultimately, our goal with any ads that we create is to continuously feed this audience to continually make them more warm to us. Our second audiences are cold-ish audiences, and these are created by lookalikes of our warm audiences. Now, the only way to create a lookalike audience is by having at least 1,000 conversions on any list in our warm audience. So this means to get the best result, we would want to create a lookalike of our email list when we have at least 1,000 people on that list, or 1,000 people who have visited our website pages. You can create the audiences with less than 1,000, but it's not going to give Facebook the best optimization techniques to find these people with your ads. So generally speaking, make sure it has at least 1,000 conversions before you build lookalikes. Now, let's say you don't have warm audiences, so you can't create lookalikes. So now we have to target complete cold audiences in order to build up those warm audiences for us to convert. So how do you do that? We've been told time and time again that you have to have a client avatar or a ideal customer avatar in order to know who to attract with your ads. So this can be building up audiences where you know what their interests are, what they like and don't like, what pages are they following on Facebook. And this helps you to be able to build the right audience that you can drive traffic to with your products and services. But I'm going to show you a nice hack where you might not have actually considered how this can help you to be able to find different targeting options for your audience. So let's head into your ads manager, and we're going to select our menuing system and scroll down until you find audience insights. So this gives you the audience demographic of all the people on Facebook, depending on which country you're in. What we're interested in is interests. So let's say we had a product or service that was targeting people who were interested in weight training. So we can see with this audience that our age and gender demographics have kind of shifted for us. So even just being able to select the age demographic between the ages of 25 and 44 for both men and women, we would already be able to get a little bit more detailed on the type of people that were going to be interested in our products and services. But the interesting thing with this one, as you can see, is that 55% of our audience is actually women. So this may help us to be able to look at specific pages that can help us target women who are interested in weightlifting. So under page likes at the top here, this brings up all the pages that this specific interest is also interested in. So right off the top, you can see our top categories. These are the big names that our weight training audience is also interested in. We wouldn't necessarily want to target for these people because this would give us a really large audience, and it wouldn't necessarily speak to the types of people that we are most interested in. So under page likes here, this gives us a better idea of what types of pages this weight training interest level is also interested in. So you can see we have our ones that we would already consider, things like Under Armour, Planet Fitness, Fabletics, UFC. But how can we use this to find audiences that we may not have considered and audiences our competition may not have considered? As you scroll down, you'll see that some of these things kind of jump out at you as targetings that you never could have considered, like Dollar Shave Club. Who'd have thought that targeting for Dollar Shave Club could help you speak to weight training interests? How about Mint Julep Boutique? This is a women's clothing store. So of course, we're going to find people who are interested in this boutique who are also interested in weight training. And then there's Skinny Taste. This is a recipe blog site. So again, like we could target this interest with our ads related to weight training and reach people that we may not have actually considered. So how can this information help you when it comes to building out your ads? Well, let's build an ad and find out. Head on into a new campaign and begin your ad set. So under here, we're already going to select our age range, 25 to 44. Now, if we were to select all, you'd see that we had a range of about 110 million people. And of course, that's way too large. So for our training purposes, let's say we want to reach just women. So right now we have an audience size of 54 million. Now, if we wanted to target people who like just weight training, we can see that audience has now reached 11 million. Now, this is still too broad for us to be able to run traffic to. So we would want to be able to bring this down a little bit more so that we're only targeting between 1 and 5 million people for this. Now, if we were to continually add on, let's say we actually did add on our Skinny Taste blog site. And you can see now we've reached 12 million. And our Mint Julep Boutique, 13 million. So how do we actually make this smaller without taking away from these targeting options? Well, the easiest way for me to do this is to only target for Skinny Taste and Mint Julep Boutique. You can see we've reached 3.3 million people. We could leave it at that and try out this audience with our ads to see how well it hits. Now, in order to reach these people in the right way, your copy and creative, of course, would have to speak to the product or service that you were trying to offer. So our copy would relate to whatever weight training product we have, and our image would want to relate to that. So when we target these people in these interest-based, those are the types of people who are going to jump out and see this. But if we add in a must also match with weight training, we can see we've reached 1.3 million. So now we're getting more specific on the types of people that we want to actually reach with this. So this can be a really fun way for you to kind of play around and see how we can do that. Now, let's say we wanted to target all, we wanted to get both men and women in this, and we wanted to just kind of target it down a little bit further. So just by changing it to men and adding in Dollar Shave, we now have a 2.2 million person audience. But if we were to add weight training back up here, 24 million. So that's why I really like that must also match part, because it helps us to be able to speak to the right people without eliminating the other detailed targeting options we've already created. So by keeping weight training below, we can see that we're reaching 2 million people, which is a good size audience in order to build it out. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that we're going to reach everybody that we want to reach, but it just means that we're just getting a little bit more specific on those types of people and targeting options that our competition maybe hadn't considered either. So this can be a really great way for you to kind of play around and see what other options come up for you for targeting. Now, another way to look at this is by putting in your weight training and then hitting suggestions on the side. So when we do that, we can see this is likely what our competition may actually be looking at. So again, all of the big things that we would essentially assume people who are interested in weight training would also be interested in. But as you can see on the side here, like these audiences are big. We would never be able to reach the people we want to reach by picking these large options. So the key is to be able to kind of take this and find the ones that may not have come up. So in this case, like Marie for Yellow actually comes up as a targeting option. So we could try that out with our audience. So building the audiences is just having a lot of fun to kind of see what different detailed options you can create that can help you to reach those audiences in ways that you didn't consider. So how are you going to use this information going forward? I hope that you go and explore your demographics within the audience insights and to create new audiences that you may not have considered. Keep a running list of all of the interests that you come across as things that you can then target going forward. Play around with different targeting options and see which audiences actually hit in ways that you hadn't considered. By making these small tweaks to your audiences, it allows you to be able to reach your target demographic in ways that your competition may not have actually considered. And this can actually help increase the conversion rates on your ads and ultimately putting more revenue into your bank account. If you like this training, be sure to check the resource section below where I have a number of resources to help you along your Facebook ad journey. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all the good stuff coming your way, and be sure to share and like on this video and spread the love. We'll see you on the next one.